There have already been plenty of videos explaining the blockbuster trade involving Mikko Rantanen, but no video explaining his game. Until now. For Avs fans, let this be a tribute for the Moose. For Canes fans, let me educate you on who you're getting. And for developing players, let Mikko be a case study on how to play with fast line mates. An old hockey adage is that you have to be fast to play with fast players. And yet Mikko on the rush with Mack was deadly. This is because Mikko's processing speed keeps up with Mack. On this play, watch how Rantanen gives out the puck early so MacKinnon can use his speed to drive the D back. Mack does a good job of scissoring as he crosses the blue line, but watch how Mikko times his pace and his route to take advantage of this large gap on Bogosian. With this extra space, he's able to beat Fleury to the blocker side. 2-on-2s don't result in goals often, but Mikko and Mack convert on this play as well. Similar concept, but with MacKinnon setting a pick, Mikko shows his patience and opts for a wraparound rather than just instinctually shooting it. This goal against the Blues is another example of not overskating the play. While Nate is busy being a bull here, Mikko is timing his route. He could have skated much faster, but he's not the guy to beat his man to the far post. So he stays wide, and at the right moment he attacks the puck and fires through the triangle. Mikko actually starts this rush from a standstill, dishing to Mack in full flight. Knowing he's likely pulling up, Rantanen times his route to stay in the blind spot of the backchecker. Only last second does he once again attack the puck to create space and time for himself. Mikko knows backcheckers are tired legs, and this cutting back against the grain is usually the nail in the coffin for them. Even when Mack isn't on the ice, the same principles apply. Mikko lets his line mates drive the D back as he keeps his distance from defenders' sticks. It's a skill to stay in the play while staying out of the defender's reach, and Mikko has it. Now when Mikko finds himself with the puck around zone entry, he tries to attract bodies before passing it at the last moment. This beauty against the Bees, Rantanen does everything he can in the neutral zone before he gets to the blue line and realizes to complete this transaction he's going to need to dish it. He baits a poke check before sliding it through the triangle to Mack's outside speed. While this pump pass to Taves may not look as pretty, many players wouldn't have made this play. If Mikko doesn't hold on to this puck for a split second, he doesn't invite Josi to step up. This ultimately gives Taves the space to take it to the cage and he deposits. Mikko does it again, but this time to Makar. Rant isn't one to really beat a player one-on-one, so he draws in the defender as he almost fades away before finding Makar with late speed. With 2-on-1s and limited back pressure, Rantanen's patience shines bright. He either uses the threat of a pass to give him more space, so that he's able to use his shot, or he stays open behind the stick, always ready for a one-timer. On the power play entry, Mikko also draws players in on the flank. Watch him challenge good ice here before dishing it back to Mack. He could have just curled back and gone to the point, but he uses his frame and draws attention before passing it. We even highlighted this play on our Instagram. It's not truly a rush, but Rantanen uses a fake dump in to not only open up a passing lane, but to push the D back. Middleton, expecting the puck to be rimmed around the boards, moves back and out to get a head start on retrieval. By the time he realizes that this is a fake, MacKinnon is afforded a huge gap which he takes full advantage of. Yes, Mack's pace and even Colorado's speed in general is a catalyst for offense, but Mikko's hockey IQ enhances the speed on the rush and through the neutral zone. In the zone, Mikko is truly at home and plays to his strengths. This has always meant going to the net for deflections and loose change, and using his frame to work below the goal line to create offense. But over the last few years, he's drastically improved his game in two areas. The first is maximizing efficiency in the left face-off circle. MacKinnon draws a ton of attention, and with that, space opens up. Similar to Draisaitl, Rantanen has learned to use this area as his office. If Rant isn't in front of the net or battling for pucks down low, he's navigating to the circle and waiting to fire. On this play, he sets a subtle pick, but immediately opens up for a one-timer. One-timers are the most effective way to score, and Rantanen knows this. On turnovers, he wastes no time opening up and gets horizontal. Via the power play, he certainly knows how to beat goalies to the post, but he's also added wrinkles to his shooting repertoire by going 5-hole or even blocker side. Around the net, Crosby has always been the true innovator, but Rantanen has been right there with him. He's added the chop deflection to his bag, which not many players can do with such efficiency. He also took Crosby's knee drop to another level by moving his hands down the stick to essentially play knee hockey. Mikko is probably now the best player on the left side of the net because of these adjustments. Essentially, Mikko has limited the amount of ice he needs to cover while honing in on skills that translate to points on the left side of the net. Play smarter, not harder. For Avs fans, I hope this was a good representation of what Mikko has brought to the team for the last 10 years. And for Canes fans, I hope this gets you excited for the player that you're getting. And if you're a developing player, take this as a lesson that you don't need to have foot speed to play with speed. Timing, positioning, and patience complements fast players. As long as you process the game fast, you can more than keep up. Let us know what you think in the comments, and as always, please share this with someone who you know will appreciate the details of the game. ATI out.